Hey y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to For My Vanity and welcome to a really fun video. I have been wanting to jump on the if I could only keep 10 palettes train and do my own video, and I am going to do it. But just last week Annette uploaded this video where she said if I could only keep 10 products in general, like you only had 10 products to do your makeup, what would you choose? And I thought that was so much fun. I wanted to do it. And then today I ended up not being able to get up early to do my makeup, so I'm doing it now later when the kids are awake and I can sit here and chat. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and sit down and film this video and I can chat with you guys about the 10 products. If I could only keep 10 products in my entire makeup collection, which ones they would be, and I can do my makeup as I tell you guys about them. So yeah, if that sounds fun to you, let's just keep this intro really short and sweet and start putting some makeup on my face. Okay, so I feel like I flew through that intro, but here we are. We're just gonna keep on trucking, keeping it nice and short and sweet. I have to have eye primer, so I knew eye primer was going to be one of my staples, and this is the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base, and it's a great one and done because it gives me, like, kind of conceals and gives me a smooth concealer type base, but it's tacky, so it helps my eyeshadows stick, and then also it helps with the longevity and keeps my eyeshadows from creasing. So it kind of takes my typical two-step process to prime my eyes and makes it a one-step. So that is why I'm picking this and saving some time. It's something I've been enjoying doing in general just because it is a time saver. But yeah, I knew I had to keep an eyeshadow primer because I can't stand it when I take so long to do my makeup, especially my eye makeup. I feel like that takes me, like, if I'm not in a hurry, at least 30 minutes. Sometimes it can take 40 minutes, which is longer than my face, because I feel like I can get my face on in like 10 minutes or less, even when I'm taking a while. So anyway, if I'm going to spend that long doing my makeup, I want it to last and not crease in an hour or so. I knew that this one had to be the first one. So next I was trying to think of a palette, and I went back and forth because I realized I don't have a whole lot of rainbow palettes that have neutrals in it, but I definitely wanted a rainbow palette because if I could only wear or use one palette forever, I'd want to have options. So I did decide to use the Slush palette because this is definitely, in my eyes, my best rainbow palette that I have in my collection. There is just an array of colors. You got purple, blue, yellow, you know, all the colors you guys can see. But the only thing it didn't have was very neutral looks, because if this is, you know, I'm taking it serious, if this was the only palette I could ever use, I'm assuming I'm not going to always want colorful eyes. Maybe some days I'll want to go more neutral. So I did pick something for my face. I guess I can show you guys now, but this is going to be my third choice, I guess. And it is the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette for my contour and bronzer. And it has neutrals in it. And it has a nice black, or, yeah, I guess I call that black. More like a chocolate brown. But anyway, it has neutrals in it, so I'm using this as well. So I feel like with these two, and I can use this for my face as well, I'm set for eyeshadow. So those are my picks so far. I'm up to 3 out of my 10 that I've picked so far. But yeah, this is the palette. I'm not going to get too chatty in this video. I'm just going to put on my makeup and probably speed through and you guys can watch. I've already done a bunch of looks with this palette, so I'm trying to think of something that I haven't done that I'll want to do. Decisions. Okay, so there's what we're gonna go with. I love how neon that orange soda is. If my lighting got weird at the end, it's because my mirror light has died. Only con with the Simple Human mirror is I love how long the battery lasts, because I can't remember the last time I had to charge it, but it dies without any warning. Okay, so next, I think this will make number 4 in my picks for the if I could only keep 10, eyeliner. You guys know I have to use my eyeliner. This is the, oh wait, I meant to grab the other one. I like Essence. This is the Essence one, Precise Eyeliner. It's really, really good, but I like the NYX, what is this, matte liquid liner, just a teensy bit more, but they're both really good. Anyway, I'm going to shake this up. I'm going to use my Vamp stamp. I was trying to decide, I was like, oh, is that cheating? Because, you know, is that another one? And I didn't, this isn't part of the 10, the Vamp stamp. But then I was like, well, I'm not counting my makeup brushes. So I kind of see this as a tool. So this isn't part of the 10. If you think it is, then just pretend I'm not using it, because I could totally do my wing liner without this. I just prefer to because it's a little bit faster. Oops, get my hair out of the way. Think they're close? Okay, so now I'm gonna line my eyes. Okay, that's good enough. But yeah, I absolutely love this stuff. I like how very pigmented it is and how much it just dries down. It's super matte. There's no shine to it, which is my preference. And it's so easy to use. It's the closest thing that I would say is like a gel liner. I just feel like it looks like a gel liner, but it's not. It's liquid, so it's a lot faster. Next for my, let's see, I need to keep count. I've done primer, palette. I'm going to go ahead and include this because there are eyeshadow palettes. My second palette, liquid liner, and now for number 5 is my mascara, and I'm going to use a Bad Gal Bang. I almost picked my L'Oreal because I really do like that. But it's actually getting pretty old, so it's a little bit of a thicker formula, and I've actually been really enjoying this. I'm trying to decide which I like more, like the L'Oreal. They're very similar. I would say this one kind of, Bad Gal Bang from Benefit is a teensy bit more clumpier, where the L'Oreal Unlimited Volume Mascara, I think it's called Unlimited Volume. This one, gives the same fullness without as much clumpiness, but it doesn't look as intensely black, if that makes sense. I think my favorite part with this is I love the wand, and because of the way, I think it's mostly due to the shape of the wand, but it's really good at kind of tightlining your eyes. It really gets the mascara down in there, so it looks like you tightlined. Okay. We're just going to go with that. Another thing I noticed with this is that there can be some flaking and smudging, but it is a new tube, so I need to continue using it to see if that stops. Sometimes it can just be because it's new. But this is Annette's Holy Grail, so I finally had to try it, and it's a good one, Annette. Okay, so that's number 5. Let's go on. Once I hit that mark, I got a little, or once I hit that point, I got a little mascara up there, which I'll get in a minute. I move on to my face. Now, if I can only keep 10, I just won't bother with primer. I feel like if I have a really good skincare routine, I don't really need a primer, especially right now with it being winter. In the summer, maybe it would be something I'd regret because I like my foundation to last all day, but for the sake of this video, no primer. And if I could only pick one foundation, I would pick the L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This stuff is beautiful. I haven't worn it in a while. I want to say maybe last year, December, November. So I was kind of excited that I get to pull this back out because this is beautiful. You can definitely get full coverage and a little heavy, but if I go lightly, my favorite way is with a sponge, just because it gives a really light coverage, and then it almost feels like you have nothing on your face. It's that lightweight of a feeling. But with a brush, it's a little bit heavier on the skin, but nothing too bad. And the reason I'm using a brush is because I don't want to get up and wet a sponge. Okay, so for number 7 is concealer. I went back and forth on which concealer I'd want. It would be one of the 2 Milani, and since I have this one in my everyday makeup drawer for this month, I'm just going to use the Conceal and Perfect. But I really like their other one too. That one's just a little more lightweight, so I guess it depends on what I want, but I guess I'd rather a more full coverage concealer, because then it's a little easier to just use less to get less coverage than to take a lightweight concealer and try to build it up to full. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm rushed. I kind of am, but trying not to be. Okay, so for powder, I would use this Maybelline Fit Me. I have Fair Light. If I had to use just one powder, I'd probably just get translucent in this and call it good, but I love how lightweight this powder is. I like it for my under eyes and setting my whole face, so yeah, this would be it. I guess if I wanted to go expensive, the Hourglass is really nice too. I also forgot about the number 7. That's a good powder. I've just been on a loose powder kick lately. I think that's why I was just thinking of loose powders to set my face. But the number 7 is a good one for setting my under eye is what I tend to use it for, but it works for setting the whole face. Okay, so I'm just going to take that same powder lightly set my face. Okay, that just stopped recording, but anyway, I was just saying I need to try this foundation and see if it can set itself because I feel like it could. Okay, so then for cheek products, I don't have to pick a new one. Stop getting stuck. I don't have to pick a new one because I already showed you guys I would use this for my cheeks, and I would just go in. I'm going to go in with this first, and then I'll probably warm up my face with that. But if I could only keep 10, or if I could only use the same 10 products forever, I would skip blush, honestly. Just because some days I skip it voluntarily anyway. And if I really wanted a blush, I could use my eyeshadow palette. Which I guess I could demo today, but we'll see. I guess so. I got a really pink purpley eye look. I feel like that's the day to have blush on. If there's any. I think I already said, but sorry if I appear like I'm in a hurry because I kind of am. Want to finish up before Levi wakes up. This is the only reason I don't like this palette. Not that I don't like it. It's just I have to be cautious. This Tarte palette, Clay Play, it's just so pigmented. Like, it's hard to kind of gently apply it. I feel like wherever I put it first, it just kind of sticks in a weird way. Unless I'm like super light on my face, and I'm not usually. I'm rough and to the point and in a hurry all the time. Okay, so I'm going to take this duo fiber. My hair's all over the place. And let's go into this shade right here, Pink Lemonade. Smaller brush to help get in there, but then also the duo fiber should help it not be too pigmented. Oh yeah, that works nicely. I'm not a blush person, so if you guys are looking at this saying you can't see it, it tends to be the way I like it. I just like to see a little flush in person. Olivia's emptying water in the sink. Okay, and so for highlighter, I didn't have anything I could pick, so I want to try to use this shade up here, Bubblegum, as a highlighter.
Bubblegum?
It's called Bubblegum.
Why is that?
That's a funny name.
Does
I don't know.
It smell like a bubblegum?
No, it doesn't. I don't know why. It's a bit chunky. But highlighter is also one of those where I'm going to mix a little coconut milk into it. Highlighter is one of those kind of, I enjoy it. It's fun for camera, but if I wasn't on camera, I probably have like 1 or 2 highlighters that I enjoy. I've been growing to enjoy it more, but it's just something that when I was sitting down to make a list of 10, it was something I could live without if this didn't work. But I feel like this is working fine. This is all just pretend, but if I needed to, it could work very nicely as a highlighter. So for my 9th one is brows. I need to do something to my brows. I'm not someone who likes to do anything crazy, so this Thrive Insta Brow Fix is all I really need, but I do enjoy going through and tinting, not just tinting them to get kind of all the powder look away from them, but also to help lay them down and fill in any sparseness, because my brow hairs are naturally kind of an ashy color too, so I feel like just tinting them kind of completes the look and also keeps them from looking crazy all day. So that's number 9. Let me finish out my lower lash line and then we'll finish off with the 10th product. I'm going to go with, we'll go with purple and then maybe I'll smoke it out. We'll go with purple pink. Let's keep it together. Oh yeah, that's another thing I had to cut out. I could not pick, I'm going to go with that deep purple first. I couldn't pick a gel liner. Can I speak? Because I just didn't have enough room. So that was one thing I'm going to try to see if I can put some black powder. I don't know if that's probably the safest thing to do, but I'm going to try it for the sake of this video. And if, like, worst case scenario, I just won't put anything in there. Honestly, some days I used to do that all the time. Okay, so now I went into that dark purple. Now I'm just going to go into that hot pink, and I might touch into a little bit of cotton candy too, just to smoke all these two together, I guess I should say, not all 3. Just to combine these two in harmony. Okay, now I'm just going to use that same tiny little brush and go into, I guess I'm going to go into the black in this Tarte palette, just to see if I can tint it a little bit. Definitely don't recommend doing that at home. That's weird. probably, I feel like it's not going to stay put just because it's powder, and with my watery eyes, I feel like it's going to be gone in 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of flakies from this. I'm going to keep using it to see. I'm hoping it'll stop as the formula kind of dries out. I've only been using it for maybe a week, so we'll see. But it was either this or the L'Oreal one, and my L'Oreal one was getting too old. It needs to be tossed, but I should get a replacement and compare these two because they're definitely very similar. Okay, so my cart filled up and I had to go and empty it out, so I could have been done by now, but I am not, so we're going to keep trucking. I'm going to put bubblegum in my inner corner. I hear Levi stirring, so I'm going to take a little mango and mix that. I feel like that might look good. Maybe? Nah, it's kind of darkening it. I'm going to go back in and put bubblegum on top. Oh, an update on using powder for your waterline. I definitely don't recommend it. My eyes are not feeling very good right now. As soon as this video is done, I am going to go and wipe it completely out. It's nothing painful, but it feels kind of dry, like my eyes are dry, and I know it's just because I have really sensitive eyes. They are not appreciating that I have put powder in them, basically. So, okay, so for my number 10, this should come as no surprise, but for my lip product, I chose the Butter London Sheer Wisdom Lush Lip Oil. I would pick a different color. This one's okay, it's in Dusty Mauve, but I'm not going to pick open a new one just for the video. So I'm just using Dusty Mauve, which is a good one. It's just a little more neutral. They have other, can this work? Oh my goodness, I think I'm out. I think I am. Wait, there we go. Oh dear. Olivia is doing things. Anyway, they just have colors that are a little brighter, so I would use that if I could only ever use one. Come on. This is, yeah, it's pretty much out if you can see. But this is my favorite because other colors are more pigmented and then they give you that color, but they feel better than a lip balm, so I love them. You guys know I'm using these all the time. So yeah, that is going to be the completed look using only 10 products. Alright, so there you have it. Those are, if I could only keep 10 products, these are the products I would pick. And I feel like I didn't have too hard at a time. The only hard part was not choosing a gel liner because that would have put me at 11. But besides that, I feel like overall I'm really happy with the look I got. And if I had to do this day in and day out for the rest of my life, I think I'd be happy, barring not being able to change up my highlighter, because I do enjoy trying different highlighters, and some days I am in the mood for a blinding highlight, and with this palette I really only have, can I open it? I really only have these two to work with because everything else is a little too pigmented, so that's probably the only thing, that and gel liner, but yeah. That's my, if I could only keep 10. I have a foundation that I love, a concealer that I love, a powder that I absolutely love, so that's 3. Something I can use for my cheeks and eyes if I wanted something neutral for 4. The Slush palette, which is a fantastic rainbow palette. It just doesn't have a neutral, as I said. And then, oh yeah, I forgot. I need to have an eyeshadow primer. That's 6. I need to have my wing liner. That's 7. Something for my brows, that's 8. Something for my lips, that's 9. And 10 is mascara, which this is a really nice one. I just hope it stops flaking and smudging on me. It's not really smudging so much anymore, but I am still noticing flakes. So anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think. And if you could only pick 10 products to use for the rest of your life, what would it be? As I said, I got this inspiration from Annette, Annette's Makeup Corner. I have her channel linked down below. Definitely recommend you check it out. Oh, and I didn't say, I am going to take close-ups of the eye look and the makeup look real quick at the end, so I'll go ahead and insert them here. I know I always like to see up close at the eyes just to see what the final look looks like. That's a little hard to say, but anyway, yeah, here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed it, as I said, and I'm just gonna wrap this video up and keep it this outro very short and sweet because I hear Levi. Thank you guys so very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, found it interesting, entertaining, whatever the case may be, please give it a thumbs up on your way out. It would really help me out in the whole YouTube algorithm, and I just appreciate you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch another one of my videos. It really does mean a lot to me, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.